Okay, well, I had mine before.
Mhm.
Would you after dinner?
Got lots of energy, huh?
Yeah.
For just only 20 minutes. No.
I'm just glad Harvey's here. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes, we all are.
I was expecting dinner from Uber Eats. What happened there? I don't
Oh, it didn't get there yet, Dennis?
know. No, I would,
How many board meetings did I miss?
One.
Steve?
I think it was only
One.
one.
I think it was
One?
just
You know
July.
what?
July. You were there, June.
Yeah, right. You know,
Yeah.
I was in 2 hospitals and then the nursing home for rehabilitation. And for some reason, I must have thought I was in there for 2 months.
Mhm. It could feel like that, really.
And I know, man. And I kept talking to Irene, and she says, "No, these are the dates." I said, "Are you sure?" Oh God!
Trying to make her sound crazy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I had to fix my mic. Thank you.
Okay.
That you've got 3/4 of the purchases tonight. You know, you
Yes.
have to be able to talk if necessary.
I know. I was just wanting to make sure.
the meeting's being recorded.
Yeah.
Doing your best behavior.
All right.
Okay, 2 minutes to go.
So, Evelyn, are you on the phone?
Yes, I am. I'm right here, Al.
Okay. A question on the minutes. It has in the first paragraph it says June 16th minutes. And,
Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Thank you, Al.
okay.
I will fix that. I thought I caught them
Okay.
all. No, that should be right. No, that's right. That's right. Because at the July meeting, they were approving the June 16th minutes. So that's okay.
Okay.
There's Trustee Payne.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
Well, it's close, isn't it?
It's morning somewhere, Richard.
Somewhere, absolutely. We don't mess around.
No, we don't.
How are you feeling?
Fine. How are
How are
you?
Oh, I'm terrific. I'm always terrific.
You're always terrific. One day you're going to say, ah.
No, I'll be laying out flat out.
Oh. You are looking very good. You must be
You're very
relaxing. or
kind to say that. No
something.
one else said that lately. I mean,
No?
not for the last 38 years anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Not even your
All
wife.
right, 7 o'clock. Harvey, let's start.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
getting the whole picture here. I'm only getting half of a picture. Hello, Harvey.
Hello, how are you?
I'm terrific.
Okay, this meeting is called to order at 7 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. And the flag is
Pledge
supposed to be-
allegiance to the flag
United States of America.
America.
The flag is not even
of the republic. for which
Oh, there
it
we go.
stands,
Pledge allegiance to the flag.
Flag.
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
One
one
nation.
nation,
nation,
under God,
God,
indivisible, liberty,
Liberty and
justice.
Justice
For all.
For all. Okay.
All right, notice that this meeting was emailed to the Herald News, the Record Office of the County Clerk, and posted on the PCCC website on August 12th, 2020.
Okay, may we have a roll call?
Yes. Alumni Rep Greco.
Here.
Trustee Duhame.
Here,
Trustee Esquiche.
Here.
Trustee Marco.
Here.
Trustee Moody.
Present.
Trustee Poe.
Here.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Here.
trustee Smith,
Here.
trustee Trivedi,
Here.
trustee Tanis,
Here.
chairman Nutter.
Here. Are there any corrections to the minutes?
Yes, it's still. I'm reading the heading, and it says that the meeting was held on June 16th. That means these minutes are the minutes of July.
He's absolutely correct.
The minutes of July were presented with the June minutes. The minutes are always
But-
1 month behind.
No, but that's not what it says.
Evelyn, if you look at
Where?
page 6 of the PDF, where it says
It's up
Board of
at the
Trustees
top.
for the
It's up at
July
the,
12th. Yeah, but then you read the first paragraph. There's the
I'm
following.
looking at the following are, yes, it's the first sentence on the minutes. Yes, it was not caught. It should be,
That needs to be
oh,
changed.
wait,
You're making a change.
yes,
Uh,
July 21st, 2020. It will be corrected.
Okay.
Okay.
If
Are
there are
there
no
any
other,
other corrections?
Everybody's fine. We just need a motion.
Okay. May I have a motion on resolution number 1, approval of the July 21st, 2020 minutes as corrected?
good.
Move it.
Second,
Roll call.
Trustee Duhane,
Yes.
trustee Esquiche,
Yes.
trustee Marco,
yes.
trustee Moody,
Yes.
trustee Poe,
Yes.
trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Trivedi,
Yes.
vice chair Tanis,
Yes.
chairman Nutter.
Yes.
All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. You know, there's a couple who weren't on earlier. I think this is the first time we've had a July meeting in, I can't remember the last time we had a June.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm getting my months wrong. An August meeting. Yeah, so obviously this has not been any summer like any other summer we've ever had before for everybody. And obviously the college is included in that. You know, we've been back on campus in a limited way, starting yesterday, actually, where we've got, you know, part of the staff is working on campus. This is probably always our busiest 3 weeks of the year before school starts. And of course, we're doing it totally differently than we've ever done it before. So everything is new and everything is a challenge. You know, what I told you last month is pretty much the same as we are right now. About 10% of our courses, or about 100 or so, are going to be on campus. Those are mostly things like science labs, hands-on type things, which don't translate well to doing them online. The other two types of ways we're teaching is, one is the traditional online course, which is basically just using the internet. And then we've got courses that are running just like this on Zoom, where the faculty members is able to talk to the students. And that's the majority of the courses that we're doing this fall. As you probably are aware, some students have adapted incredibly well to this. Some have a problem with it. And, you know, we've still got issues with some students who do not have, you know, appropriate places in their homes where they can actually do their work, or, you know, set up a computer or do something. We've got some who are using their telephones rather than a computer in order to try and do these courses. And that's very hard. Very, very hard for the students to do. And third, we've got some students who have limited internet access. So we're trying to do as much as we can to mitigate some of these issues. We have started a laptop program for our students starting in September, where for a relatively small fee, our students are going to get a really good laptop that's theirs and that they're going to be able to use. And, you know, our goal by the end of September, that every student at the college will have an appropriate device to learn on. It's going to be the first time we've ever been able to say that. So the reason for the meeting tonight is to deal with some purchases that we have to make. We've gotten your tax dollars at work. Our federal government is giving us a lot of money to deal with COVID. And that's wonderful, and it's incredibly needed. But there's very strict rules for what this money can be spent on and what it cannot be spent on. The good news is we've been spending a lot of time trying to figure out, yes, we're buying things that are directly related to helping us right now, but many of these things are going to help us in the future as well. These are not things that are, just right now for COVID. These are things that are going to help us. So you're going to see examples of that I'm actually moving on to the purchases tonight because truthfully, that's why we're here. One of the things that we need to do, and we've been working with the County of Passaic because they actually have been wonderful to work with on all of these issues. The county has been out front, ahead, and from what I understand, ahead of many other counties in terms of how they have handled this whole situation on testing and everything else. But one of the things that we need to do is, we're going to be taking temperatures of people as they come into the building. So, if you came on campus today, we've got security guards with, little guns that, I'm sure you've all had it by now, where somebody takes your temperature before you're coming into something. That's not going to work when we have a lot of people coming into the building, obviously. So there are systems that have been designed that will do this in a far more automatic way and a far less obtrusive way, where people basically can move in. So that's one of the purchases that's here tonight. Fortunately, the system also going forward, in addition to taking temperature, it's facial recognition technology. It's going to boost our security at the college in terms of our ability to, we have had, and not just like any other college, we've had quite a few instances where students have had to have restraining orders against someone for one reason or another. And, typically we give our security guard pictures of people who are not allowed on campus. This new technology is going to actually help us where the system can help identify some people. So it's going to be another level of security for the college, and that's important for us. The other thing that's happening right now is, and then you heard about the laptops. These laptops are for students not only to work at home, but to work on the campus. Once we return to campus, which I hope is soon, but once we ever get back to some kind of normal, our students are going to have a device. We give each of our students a free copy of Microsoft Office that's theirs to put on their machine. So our students are going to have good technology. And today we've all heard the stories now about, how we again are looking at haves and have-nots in our society of, students can do well if they have a proper place to work and a good technology. And if they don't have a proper place to work, they're going to fall behind. And we don't want our students falling behind. We've had good results so far. We had good results in the spring, which was, I have to give the faculty a lot of credit. They had to turn everything around in a week or two and get everything done. And they did a great job. And, But now it's even more pressure on us in some ways because it's not an emergency anymore. We've had time to prepare for this. So we've been doing development with our faculty all summer, training people, getting people. We want them to be the best teachers remotely and online that they could possibly be. And I'll tell you, they have been incredibly cooperative. So we're happy about that. But as the students come on campus with these laptops, and that's another purchase that's in here tonight, we're going to have more capacity to handle more devices connected to our system at the college. So part of what Brad is doing with his folks in IT is we're going to be, going through every inch of the college, basically figuring out where the dark spots are, making sure we have enough devices that students can connect to at the various parts of the college. And this is on all 4 of our campuses, not just in Patterson. So that's another one of the projects that we're taking on right now. The other thing we've been planning on doing for years, and it kind of got pushed to the back of the pile, was replacing our telephone system. When we had to move remote, not having a advanced telephone system with the ability for people to work at home basically with their office phone. That's basically what we need. And we don't have that now, but we also have ability to do a call center at the college, to do things which our current phone system doesn't allow us to do. The good news is all of these purchases are being paid for out of our funds that we've been getting from that we are getting from the federal government. So these are not purchases that are coming from, you know, funds that we knew about before. So, you know, we're taking advantage of the situation to help us right now with dealing with this current situation, but these things will be helping us, you know, long after this is over. So I'm happy to answer any questions. We got our experts on the phone here to answer any questions about any of the purchases we're making tonight, but that is the basic reason for this meeting tonight, is just allow us to move forward. Some of the things are so time sensitive that some we're hoping will be installed in the next 2 weeks at the college to be able to be ready for the open of school.
If I may, I have a couple of questions for
Please.
a couple of different purchases, as expected, right?
No
First,
problem.
I see that what's that called? Some of the phone, the voice over IP, we're doing a 5-year contract that's going out to 2025, right? Are those sums outside of year 22 to 25 being helped out by our? It says that what's that called? Like they have to be contingent on future budget approvals. Are those not going to be offered by? Those are not part of CARES, right? Those are going to be our budget that's going to have to put in there.
Right. We're paying for a phone system now annually. So this is not, but the new devices that we're purchasing, that's why the number is higher in year one, because we've got new devices that are being purchased and everything else. This is somewhat more expensive than our existing system, but this is something we've had to do, you know, for a while. We're just accelerating it a little now.
Perfect.
Because we are able to pay for year one out of these funds.
So is there going to be a savings in year one that because we're going to transfer?
Yes.
So we are saving putting some money in the bank now to put that. I would just be interested
Stephen,
in knowing.
that's right. I'm saying it, Stephen, but I think I'm right. That the budgeted amount of about $70,000 that we have for our existing phone system for this year will pay for this year out of CARES funding.
Yes,
right?
There's some crossover, but yes, we're gonna terminate our current program and replace it with this new phone system. Yes.
Perfect. So it's going to cost us about $75,000 more. I mean, $60,000 more a year, but we need that, so it's okay. All right, perfect. That one's the easy one. About the facial recognition and privacy, right? In general, when we have this, how are we managing? I have no idea who this company is. I haven't done any research. I should have done it before the meeting. I apologize for that. But when we talk about this, right? How are we managing this the data that's being collected by the system? Where are we drawing do we have any kind of documentation, any process that's drawing the line on where we're going to stop facial recognition? Is it only because I'm afraid of the slippery slope that we can start going down, like, oh, we can start using facial recognition to see if a student was on campus that day, or if a person was on campus, what time, then we could see. And this is just slippery slope, right? I'm not saying we're going to get there, but I could see a world where we get there where staff is no longer, when someone doesn't have to check in, but their face, when they walk into the building, the system starts seeing their face and starts recognizing when they started, and when they leave, it's when they start lunch, when they come back. I'm afraid of going down that privacy, starting losing privacy. So how are we managing that? I like the system, but I do want to be careful that we don't start using it for facial recognition more than
great questions. Brad, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. That question actually ties into one of the other purchases as well, which is for security services. In terms of the data, we will be keeping that on campus. That's not going to be shared off campus. And this system that we're purchasing is used by many police departments and county officers across the state, and it adheres to all compliance and regulatory compliance. So from that perspective, it's safe. We're going to have to do some work as an institution in defining our own privacy policies about how we're going to use this system and communicating expectations of privacy to our campus community. So that's certainly one component of that. The other purchase that we have in here is for security services, which is more along the lines of consulting, helping us in the creation of these security policies and privacy policies, looking at what other institutions are doing and adhering to best practices. So that will also guide us in development of data privacy and good use of the resources that we have.
The system we're putting in is the same one that is going into all the county buildings at this point. This is the same system that Passaic County. We viewed several of them, but the county had already done this one and vetted it. And when we met these people, it was very clear the county did a great job of coming up, I think, with a very appropriate vendor for this.
Is this talk, Steve?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Is this Packet Talk from Lyndhurst?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in the county building the other day signing some documents for the Improvement Authority, and it's great. You walk in, it takes your temperature, and it also records who the the person was. So I think it's important to have that.
But Ronak, we totally understand what you're saying.
So I like there's a difference in purpose when you walk into a county building, and a difference in purpose when you walk into an educational center, right? An education student. So I understand that I feel that we need it. We shouldn't, but I think that we should make it a resolution, or we should think about not deploying anything but the COVID-related thermal imaging or health and safety until we have a robust policy that this board agrees on before we move forward, right? Just to make sure that we have all our I's dotted and T's crossed.
That is exactly what we had planned.
Perfect.
There was actually the ability to purchase this system without some of the bells and whistles that allow us to do things, but it did not make sense because of the future capability that we've had with this. We do have situations where we get court orders which we have to enforce at the college, and that's been very challenging at some point, and this will help us do some of these things. But I think, Trustee Ronak, you're totally correct. This is not the kind of thing that we have a very robust camera system as surveillance system at the college already, and we've been incredibly careful through the years in terms of how we use it and how we don't use it. So you're on the right track.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Is there going to be any type of documentation or disclaimer for students that are coming into the campus to let them know what is exactly going on and to give their consent?
It will be in the student handbook, and students will have complete knowledge of what's going on. Absolutely. And employees.
Right, of course, because the last thing we want is them to say, well, I never gave you permission to use my face,
Yep, no, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
But right now we're looking to take temperatures. Right now that's what it is. It's nothing more than that at this moment.
I have a question, Dr. Rose.
Please.
When we purchased the new phone system, what are the plans for the existing equipment and materials that we already have on the campuses?
I can answer that. So we are able to reuse a lot of the phone sets that we're already using with our current phone system. So one of the purchases tonight is actually purchasing phone sets to replace those that aren't compatible with the new system. So we're reusing as much as we can. The existing equipment that we have no plans to repurpose that. The new phone system that we're moving to is completely hosted. It's off campus. It doesn't require us to have any equipment on campus, and that's one of the benefits to this as well. If our campus goes down for whatever reason, our phone services can still operate.
And we've had a few times where that has happened.
Yeah.
Not many, but a few.
So the two systems will run concurrently as we do the transition. So we do need some time to have both running at the same time. So we move building by building, user by user, and especially the call centers as well will take some planning. So both systems will be running at the same time for some period.
And any of the phones that are not compatible with the system will be declared surplus. And, you know, at least once a year, we bring a list to the Board of Trustees of items that are no longer usable or surplus. And once you do that, we can either have a sale to get rid of them. We could, you know, sell them. Most of the time they're not worth much, but we'll go through the process of declaring them obsolete, and that's something we bring to the board to do.
I need to go back to what our alumni mentioned. If you have a student, this might sound far-fetched, but that's in the witness protection program.
Mm-hmm.
The student will have because I don't know if her question was truly answered. Will students have the option to not have their photo stored or displayed?
I don't think so. I don't think they will have that option. They will. I mean, if you choose to go to the school, I believe, you know, every time you go into a store now, your picture's being taken in most sophisticated places. You go to a shopping mall, your picture's being taken. But, you know, I think Mike's going to have some work to do legally to figure out, you know, exactly what a modern policy is on this. Just like taking temperature right now, you know, somebody could refuse having their temperature taken, but they can't come in the building.
And so there's a difference between us capturing the image and how we use the image.
Yes.
So using the image just for thermal to determine body temperature is now part of the new normal that we are facing, at least until COVID can go away. In terms of using the image, there are times when, very few in the time I've been here, where we have removed the student from the campus. But of course, you know, Patterson is a sprawling campus. We go from Market Street to Broadway. There's several entrances to the campus, and we can't always know that somebody has entered the campus. And once in, they could be anywhere, a classroom, the library, cafeteria, you name it. I understand that this technology will allow us to be able to identify somebody who we have removed from the campus, banned from the campus. And so that to me is a perfectly legitimate use of the image. My understanding is we're not going to be using these images that are captured for any marketing or advertising or anything like that, that a student or an employee would have an objection saying, wait a minute, you're using my likeness without my authority, without my permission. And that's not my understanding of what we're going to be doing.
Can I ask a question about this witness protection program? If someone is in witness protection, how is the school going to know?
Well, not going to know.
That's my point. No one would know, but depending on where the photo of that person might have been or could have been, may have been displayed, and I'm just dealing with conjecture, could possibly put that person in harm's way.
Yeah, but Sharon, you're right to an extent, but there are surveillance cameras
all over.
As Steve said, everywhere, including on light poles in the middle of the city. Mm-hmm. So witness protection, usually they remove the individual from the area where they have notoriety.
Exactly.
So if they're infamous in New York or New Jersey, they put them in Montana or Iowa or Louisiana. They don't move them from Bergen County to Passaic County. So there'd be a long way to go. And I guess Brad can answer this better, I'm sure that what is stored is going to be in a secure environment so that people can't just hack in and get to see all the images we've collected.
Right. It's a closed system. The only people who would see the footage would be public safety, for the most part. It's certainly not shared, to my knowledge, with anyone outside of the college, and it would have to be by the authorities coming in cooperation with the college, looking for information And that would be done through, I'm sure Michael would be involved in that process.
We do get our share of subpoenas.
Yeah.
Well, I would add that every student that parks on the campus or comes through the door has given us permission to capture their image because they have an ID card.
Okay.
Well, does that capture the image, Stephen, or is that to,
It takes a picture of their photo. It captures their image and it's stored.
Okay.
And that also tells us when they're on campus. So the expectation of us knowing when they come and go on campus is already there. Right? When
That's
they
through the
swipe their
swipe
card.
system we have.
Yes.
Will this be deployed at all entrances?
No, we're designating it for, I think it's 3 entrances in Patterson, and then 1 in Wanacue, 1 in Passaic, and 1 in the Public Safety Academy.
And they'll be closed, and all the other entrances will be egress only, or?
Well, for right now, while we're in COVID, yes.
Okay.
And I will add that this doesn't give us facial recognition for all of our cameras. It's just the new ones we're adding at the entrances.
Right.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, Chairman, I think we're ready to move on.
Okay, may I have a motion on resolution number 2 to the executive committee session?
So moved.
Second.
Needed? Is one needed?
I can't hear anybody.
Is there a need for an executive session?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, we can pass that then
Oh, okay, we can pass that?
and go right to resolution number 3.
All right. May I have a
Consent
motion?
resolution.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Okay, may I have a motion on resolution number 3, consent agenda items A through B? Second, somebody say something.
Somebody?
Second.
Roll call?
Trustee Duhane?
Yes.
Trustee Esquiche?
Yes.
Trustee Marco?
Yes.
Trustee Moody?
Yes.
Trustee Poe?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Trivedi?
Yes.
Vice Chair Tanis? Barbara?
She's muted.
Okay. Chairman Nutter?
Yes. Are there any remarks from the public?
Yes for my vote.
Yes, thank you.
Better late than never.
Again, I'm going to ask, are there any remarks from the public, from the trustees?
Yes, I do. I'd like to congratulate and thank Dr. Rose and the entire Passaic County Community College family. I sat in my family room and witnessed the 2020 virtual graduation ceremony. Of course, I'm the crybaby. I cried. It was just beautiful. The students were awesome. Phenomenal job. Well done. Congratulations.
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 All right.
Congratulations.
Still not the same as a regular commencement, but it was something for
It
them.
was there, yes. The public? May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Duhane?
Yes.
Trustee Esquiche?
Yes.
Trustee Marco?
Yes.
Trustee Moody?
Yes.
Trustee Poe?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Trivedi?
Yes.
Vice Chair Tanis?
Yes.
Chairman Nutter?
Yes.
All right, thanks, everybody.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.